I muted myself. They probably heard you and not me. But anyway, okay. How about now, guys? Who is this talking? You missed the introduction part where I said, "Welcome Ryan Tribal Bob McGeckin to the stream." So welcome again, Ryan.
Thank you again. And then I believe you also you burned Peter.
Oh, I'm glad that that didn't go out. So
yeah,
I can
just
take
want to
that
make
back.
sure that
What are you talking about? Burn Peter? Wow. How would see now I have to say exactly what happened so Peter doesn't think it was something bad. All I said was that your mic sounds maybe a little bit better than Peter's mic, which was a little peaky. But I'm just being I've been in Germany too long. We're very critical, anal if you could go that far. The Germans are really a critical bunch. They're perfectionists, but anyway. Okay. So
yeah, well,
How have you been enjoying? How have you been enjoying this new reboot of your classic Company of Heroes map?
I think they did a good job of it. I actually did sort of hover over their shoulders a few times, and I think they actually kind of got angry.
Yeah, well, nobody likes a backseat driver.
No, but what do you expect? Like, they take my baby, right? Like, I mean, I got to make sure it's okay, right?
Yeah.
Make sure it's.
Can you give us an example of maybe something you might have said over the shoulder? Was it Matt's shoulder that you were looking over, or, I mean?
No, I think the balance testers actually were sort of. It was a collaborative effort between them, as they were sort of. Excuse me, both this one and Langrisky. Yeah, I don't think there was anything that really stood out. I mean, I expressed concern about the removal of the fuel points, because.
Because lost you for a second there. Where'd you go?
Oh,
there you're back.
Yeah, there we are.
So you were saying the fuel points.
But yeah, because they were. Yeah, because I mean that's they had to cut it down to the 14 point rule, but at the same time.
Oh, I lost you again. You keep cutting out. Where are you going? Are you using push to talk?
I am not using push to talk.
Oh, you should probably set that up in Vent.
Hang on, maybe my.
Go in the setup in Vent and give yourself a push to talk key because it's dropping while you're speaking, which is not cool.
All right, how's that? Am I a little bit better now?
Yeah, you sound great. It's just that it had cut out a couple times. So what were we talking about?
I guess the threshold wasn't high enough.
Yeah.
We're talking about the fuel points. The I mean, the removal of the fuel points. Bit of a worry, but seems to be okay.
Yeah, I think it's okay. But I mentioned before a little bit that there might be one of the versions where the fuels move back closer to the base. Can you comment on that?
There could be. I honestly, I have no idea. I'm not really privy to that.
I know more than you do.
I'm on other things at the moment, so.
I love it.
I think you do, yeah.
That's awesome. That's
great.
Which
concerns me.
It's all Marco's fault because he constantly badgers people for information. That's what he's really great at. If you need to know anything,
he's like. Marco is the epitome of fanboy. Like, I think he is the most fanboy of our fanboys, which is cool. That's fine. I get that way with BioWare guys, so it's
Before they folded, THQ Germany sent me an Ushanka. I'll probably don it tomorrow, for fun. This is the first time I've streamed with webcam this week. I just got all this together, and so I got to show off my Ushanka.
Yeah, I noticed your mug up there.
From THQ Germany, and actually, Andre Dorfmuller sent me a second one to give away or something, but I think it's got to go to Marco. So the second Ushanka is still in the box, and it has Marco's name on it, so he will have it soon.
I'm so jealous. We don't get any of that cool shit. We got a T-shirt.
You guys got some good.
We got a T-shirt that says like Company of Heroes on like little tiny text on the arm.
You didn't get those button downs with the stars on the breast or the sleeve. Those were really cool.
I'm kind of glad we didn't as well because I heard they were falling apart. Like Quinn has one, and he's just like, it's horrible.
Yeah, everything that they had produced was kind of cheaply made. It looked good at first, but I guess they weren't built to last. I just went in game, and I'm paused at 5 seconds. Are you following Jesulin?
I am. Oh shit! No, I have not unpaused yet.
No, don't unpause. I'm just saying you should be following Jesulin.
Oh yeah, no, I am following Jesulin. F5.
I think that when I hold shift and click, I can tab out. What the heck is going on? I don't know. Maybe it has to do with my mouse. Anyway, let's get this started. We're paused at 5 seconds. You ready to go, Ryan?
I'm ready. Do we unpause at 1, or do we be like 1 and then unpause?
No, at 0. We unpause at 0.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
5,
First time.
4,
First time.
3, 2, 1, unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All righty, game 2. Here we go. CannonBall is trailing in this series, 1-0. Jesulin is up. This is round 4. It's a best of 3, the first best of 3 that these players will have played, and the last round of today. So they can leave it all out on the battlefield and then recoup. Whoever wins this will go into the semifinals tomorrow. And just a little review of the status of the tournament. The semifinal winners will, of course, fight in the finals for the signed collector's edition, the Red Star edition in the steel box of Company of Heroes 2, and a Rome 2 key. And second place gets a Rome 2 key. And then there will also be a third place match. So even if they lose the first game tomorrow, they still have a chance to win a Rome 2 key in the third place match. So if you make it through this round, there's a good chance 3 out of the 4 players will receive prizes. So that's what they're fighting for. Ryan, pet
Have you
peeve,
played
man.
Rome 2 yet?
No,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't play any of the Romes. I'm really a faithful Company of Heroes. I play 2 games. I play chess and Company of Heroes.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Sometimes I'll run through, like a Metro Last Light or something like that. But those are just weekend flings.
I tried Rome 2. I think it's fun. It's got a bit of a bug issue at the moment, but they're fixing that. So.
Yeah, it's going through its growing pains stage. So right off the bat, let me hit you with something. I don't think this church has enough health.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a smaller church and it's wooden, so it's likely to probably blow up a little bit faster.
It blows up.
I think
faster.
that's
definitely.
I don't think Russians actually have a word for stone.
Well, not in Code 2 at least. But there's another church model in the game. Isn't there?
There's a really large one, I think.
Yeah.
But I think it was too big.
Oh, okay.
Already got a bit of a skirmish up by the central VP.
Yep, these grenadiers snuck into this house. Looks like the conscripts are going to maybe search for a house of their own, or just get behind the stone wall. They're losing dudes.
Jesulin's already got a sniper almost ready to pop out as well.
Oh, interesting. So a German sniper on the way. Very cool. Quick Molotovs from CannonBall after 3 conscripts. So, but are you guys able to control the health points of each building individually, or like when you put a building in a map, does it just get that building's set health points?
It just gets that building. The health for buildings are actually a little more complex because they're based on the number of panels on the building. More panels, more health.
What's a panel?
So a larger building will have more health. Okay, so a panel is like, when you blow a hole in the wall of a building, it creates like a hole.
Yes.
Buildings are made up of all these little pieces of panels which are put together, and that's how we create the realistic holes in them and everything like that. So
they look really great in Code 2.
Consider it... Oh yeah, well, consider it like a grid. So the more grid you have, the more health the building has.
Okay, but
so
it's like the exterior shell.
Building has more.
So there's no real volume. It's just
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Sniper takes his first shot. Conscripts are chasing after him. He's moving backwards.
Oh yeah.
This grenadier squad is surrounded by conscripts. But right now it's only one-on-one. Wow, they missed entirely with their Molotov.
Conscripts let the sniper go. Sniper is heading down towards that skirmish.
Yeah, he wants to get into this action.
Well, if those Grens can hold off a little bit longer, he'll be able to start popping heads.
And they got vet while sitting in the building. The sniper does get his first lick in. Another Molotov into the house. Gren's got to go.
Cons are going after.
They're slowed a bit by that land bridge. Have you seen any games on Semoskiy Winter yet?
I have not yet. No, I've been wanting to, but I haven't had a chance to get around.
Can you tell us any more about this blizzardless winter map? I mean, that came as a complete shock to me. I had no idea you guys were even considering doing something like that. And let me just tell you, I love it.
Fire incoming!
It's news to me, actually. I didn't even know about it until you mentioned it earlier. So I think, I think it's a case of we're trying to try some new things. I mean,
it's so
Semoskiy
cool.
alone is sort of a special case map, so I think they're just trying to conserve it as much as possible.
Well, as a tournament organizer and shoutcaster for events, I find that the blizzardless winter Semoskiy has a far greater chance of coming into our tournament rotation than it would have had if it had been the full-on cold tech with freezing guys, etc.
Yeah, well, I think it definitely brings that that aspect of predictability to it. So it removes a little bit of the randomness, which our game is packed full of, as you know.
Yeah.
Just a few RNGs, not that much.
Every once in a rare while that has a small influence. But
No, but I mean it's a good example of the live team. Like they're listening and they're trying new things based on feedback, and I guess they decided, hey, let's try one without Blizzard, see how it is.
yeah, it's a fantastic idea. I really think it's going to make a great tournament map. One of my favorite things about cold tech is the ice and the way the physics of vehicles, how they slide around, and the potential risk that you have to manage of going over the ice that you might get dunked. It's just, it adds, it's a very destructible environment. Any piece of the river or the pond can become a hole. And, the map developing as the game progresses as far as, cover changing and walls going down, hedgerows getting mowed over, ice opening up, all that stuff is part of what makes Company of Heroes such a beautiful game.
Now this is interesting. Jesulin just canceled a Panzergren and is now instead building a scout car. I think he's decided to come out with a bit more. Unless has he encountered a sniper or
maybe he wants to deal with his M3.
He's got an M5. I got you. Yeah, I know. My mind's in another sad moment.
That's all right. I'm really looking forward to some winter Semoskiy casts. I had another question about the houses.
Yeah, I think yeah, go for it.
I can't remember what it was. So,
probably was not important.
So you've been your primary role in Company of Heroes 2 was the single-player level design. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes.
So, but in designing those levels, you're still working with the world builder to make those maps, right? Or not?
Oh yeah, it still plays a big part of our job. It's partially that, and also a lot of it is scripting. So.
And of course, the world builder is something that many members of our community are drooling for. And I saw you in the chat mentioning it. So, are you able to tell us something? Is it pretty close? I mean, Greg Wilson also mentioned it in his latest letter from the developer. So it must be getting close.
It is literally. I believe what's holding it back right now is I believe the team responsible for it is currently trying to fix some server issues. So I think they want to get those fixed up and patched up, and then it's pretty much just a case of just pushing it out the door at that point.
Well,
we
can't
ready
wait
to go. I can't wait. I can't wait to see like some people like White Flash get his hands on it and start getting out some more maps out there, and it's got a lot of really cool new features and got a lot of fixes, performance fixes, things like that.
And how will custom map makers be able to distribute their maps? Is there any kind of in-game support of being able to distribute maps to players? Planned or
sadly not
considered?
at the moment. Okay. Last I heard, I think there was some sort of just like preliminary talks about it, but I think there's a lot of other things that are sort of a slightly higher priority, like for example getting the servers up and running, so we get secure leaderboards and things like that.
You can see the panels getting chopped out now, right? From the church.
Oh yeah, that's it.
big hole.
Yeah, those big holes in the sides. Those are just pieces of the panels. That's why it's always kind of a grid-like.
It's really beautiful the way you see the studs in the roof and in the floor. I mean, the models are nicely rendered.
The artists really outdid themselves on this one. I think they really upped the fidelity on them. Put a lot more stuff in.
So
still no furniture.
What about Theater of War and co-op maps? I mean, the level of detail in some of those maps is just extraordinary. I sometimes feel like the multiplayer scene was robbed of some of Relic's best talent, because some of the Theater of War co-op maps are just fantastic. They're big and detailed, and they have elevations and wonderful textures. Is that your work?
No, that was not mine, sadly. That was the work of actually one designer. We had one designer who was responsible for all of the Theater of War content at launch. And I think he did a really good job on the map design, and our artist did a really good job on the art side. And there's some really nice maps out there, and who knows what the future might hold.
Yeah, well, we know we're getting Wehrmacht Theater of War expansion coming up. Greg Wilson revealed that in his letter that just came out a couple days ago. So we can look forward to that. We have we've been sort of not paying much attention to the game. There's been a lot of action. I have been obsing it pretty well, I think. Got to see some snipers vault a wall and escape narrowly. Now we have the SDKFC 250 mortar firing from across the river. And pretty good unit preservation from Jesulin. He's still got both of his Tier 2 vehicles. Maybe I'll just switch over to him for a second.
Yeah, he's been backing that scout car up back and forth and just keeping it fixed up and popping in and sort of just harassing a little bit.
What happened to your sniper? Didn't the Krauts build a sniper?
I'm not sure.
All right, I missed that too.
I believe, yeah, I think it might have been taken out by the by one of the scout cars that came out. By one of the
M3s. Yeah.
I sort of lost track of him.
Where's NTD when you need him? He never misses stuff like that. He's amazing. Like an important unit dying, he never misses it.
So Jesulin with the mortar half track, trying to stop that cap from the guards, but I think they're gonna get it. Yeah, he's gonna dance around that capture zone a little bit.
Yeah, nice. Dodging each shell individually. Uh-oh.
Panzergren squad on the southern VP. What?
Scout car's about to die. He did not expect a second conscript squad. He let himself get 18-aided. And that was it when the second squad came up.
That was like a vet too, I think, as well.
He had doing a wonderful job up until that point. These lovely ladies have 3 kills, make that 4.
So it's some really good setup right there, using the conscripts to keep them busy while he picks them off.
Uh-oh, but now they're way too close. Oh, man. So CannonBall wisely retreats that sniper. Sort of lost control of him.
No, CannonBall's going for the mortar half track.
It's about to lose a conscript
squad. Got a damaged engine. That's right, it is a conscript squad.
Now, I was talking about a totally different engagement. They're fighting on multiple fronts now.
Ah, right.
A lot of PPSH versus Panzer Grenadier action. What a miss.
Oh, so close. Jesulin almost got his mortar half track back to his base. The conscripts took it out just outside the MG range.
Man, I heard it pop, but I totally missed it.
Yeah.
I can't even find the carcass.
And
where's the carcass?
To add insult to injury, south of his base there. Add insult to injury, CannonBall just cut him off on the southern capture point.
He's had a lot of success with his conscripts, being able to kill both of those Tier 2 vehicles just with infantry.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of vetted up conscript squads, or I have been at least.
Ooh, another Gren squad annihilated. All right, still...
That sniper's still large. Where is that sniper?
She had to retreat because she got much too close to a Grenadier squad, and now she's back on the field. And is it possible that he doesn't yet have heals? Wow, man. CannonBall could really do with investing in the field infirmary because these snipers have very little health. They need to get healed up.
Jesulin's just now teching up to tier 3.
Okay, we got an SU-76 from tier 4 from CannonBall, so he's kind of leading the tech race at the moment.
Trying to get some Panzer Shreks on that PG squad, but I think they're gonna have to retreat probably. Oh, they might be right. No, there he goes.
All right, CannonBall lost an engineer in the south. He's trying to micro on both fronts. Difficult. And these snipers are funny. They're just standing in the middle of that intersection taking pot shots at retreating squads.
Soviet territory reclaimed.
CannonBall's map control is looking really good. He is down 1 game, so he really needs to win this one to keep his tournament run alive.
He's been really effective at harassing those cutoff points, you know, keeping them locked down, just decapping them if he can.
Sniper in the church! Classic. Classic VCO player bringing us
now, but
classic move. Yeah, and how's the fuel? How's the fuel for me?
He's all right. He doesn't have enough to build his tier 3 building yet. He's down to 85. I think he's trying to get that up.
Man, I'm missing so much.
But, I mean, he doesn't really control much.
They're constantly fighting on multiple fronts.
I think Jesulin's definitely starting to get bogged down on that bridge there.
Yeah, he's starting to get clogged up.
He just can't seem to get any headway.
Enemy is engaging us.
CannonBall is using... Ooh, wow. That Grenadier nade almost took out the snipers. One model died, but they were able to escape. I was going to say that CannonBall has been using his upgunned conscripts so effectively. Look at this. From range in the house, they take out that one pack. The Panzer Grenadiers, they want to go fight these SU-76s. Wow, he built 2 SU-76s. He's just laying barrages in at the choke. So for a unit to get out of there, he needs to go back to the main gun and kill that scout car. Yeah, the Grens are getting gibbed as they retreat.
That PG.
CannonBall doesn't even care about the scout car, which is about to die anyway. You could spit on it and it will die. He's worried about killing this pack carcass.
That scout car had been sitting outside his base doing nothing for like 5 minutes, so I'm really not sure what he expected to do there.
Looks like CannonBall is about to snatch this victory. He controls the entire map. He's got the triple VPs draining. Another scout car? I think he's just frustrated by that sniper.
I think so, yeah. I mean,
Ready.
he just couldn't hit that you know, crucial threshold to get the tier 3 building up.
Jesulin
He sort of
throws
had
in the
to keep
towel.
reinforcing his guys.
So that evens up the series at 1-1. We've got replay number 3 downloaded, and let us have a minute or two. We'll load it up, and we'll be right back with the grand finale, the ace game of this round 4 series between CannonBall and Jesulin.